Hello, friends. I just wanted to talk briefly about the water fast. When I had a spine operation, I was put on a lot of medication, and I stayed on it for quite a while. And when I came off it, I was really quite ill. I had a few health issues from it, you can say. So I was looking at ways to just improve my overall health, and I came across the water fast. So in no particular order, I'm just going to tell you what it is and what it can do for you, and where the theory behind it comes from. So we have a notion in the Western world that we need to eat 3 times a day. This is not true. You, by the miracle of evolution, your DNA means that your ancestors were able to fast for very long periods of time. We're talking anything up to maybe a month where they would have had to go without food. Why? Well, because of times of famine, times of bad weather, like the ice ages and things like this, scarcity, just unpredicted scarcity due to maybe forest fire, this, all these reasons. Our ancestors would have had to move hunting grounds or move. And when I say hunting grounds, remember, they were hunter-gatherers. So most of their nutritions would have come from plants, berries, nuts, roots, this kind of thing, with just a tiny bit of fish, the odd bird's egg if they could, if they came across them, this kind of thing. Not the abundance of meat that we've been led to believe, right? But in times of scarcity, they would be able to move vast distances without eating. So your DNA, by definition, the fact you're here means that you can do the same. But another byproduct, because Mother Nature is so clever, she is incorporated that mechanism into our health. So during that period of scarcity, when we're fasting, and I, for example, I kind of fast every day because I have my green smoothie in the morning, but then I don't have anything until the evening, early evening, about 6 o'clock, when I have a salad meal, right? So I have what's essentially a drink in the morning, and I eat once a day. So I'm actually fasting 23 hours a day. So please don't think it can't be done. And if you don't know my story, I can run 1,000 miles non-stop. I can do that without doing any training. I did it last year, ran the length of Britain, ran an ultramarathon every day for 37 days. I'm an endurance athlete, so please don't make the link between having to eat all the time and having energy and this kind of thing. It actually works the opposite. So Mother Nature's incorporated this clever mechanism into our bodies, where when we're in that fasting period, she uses it to clean up our system. Because what happens is, first off, you burn all the glycogen, the starchy, sugary kind of glucose that your body stores. When that first reserve is gone, your body then burns the fat, and it will get rid of all the fat throughout your body. And some people will fast for 40 days, hence the biblical Jesus in the wilderness, 40 days and 40 nights. This is this reference, okay? This is fasting is where it originated. Whenever Jesus had a problem he couldn't get over, he would fast and prayer. And prayer is the ancient word for meditation. So he would meditate and he would fast, and the answers would come to him. And again, it's because it goes back to this evolutionary process. So when your body's burnt the glycogen and the fat, it then goes around your body looking for anything that it can devour without causing you ill health. So it will get rid of growths, tumours, all this kind of thing. So it's a really healthy process to go through. I don't want to talk too much about it, but there are places you can go in the world if you have cancer. You can go to these centers and they will put you on a water fast, because they know when your body's eating the fat, it will then start eating that tumor and reducing the size of the tumor. Now, and you need to look more into that. I'm not here trying to tell you this. These are the videos I've seen on YouTube and a lot of the reading that I've done. So yeah. So how was it for me? I stopped eating. The first couple of days, I just had a very small salad in the evening just to get myself into that system. I then stopped eating completely. I just drank water. You don't drink coffee, juice, meat broth, vitamins, nothing, just water. Spring water obviously is better than tap water because it doesn't have the chlorine in, or in America, fluoride. I wasn't really hungry. You'd be surprised. After the 3 days, I didn't even think about eating. You stop thinking about eating. So from the 3 days onwards. When I got to 9 days, I suddenly developed this mental clarity that was just beyond anything I'd ever experienced. I truly felt at one with the universe for probably the first time in my life. It's as if getting rid of that constant state of putting toxins in your body through food and creating loads of acid in your body, and then your body always working to devour it and digest it. It's as if getting rid of all of that allows you just to tune into like the natural harmony of the universe, and try it, you'll see what I mean. It's incredible. It's almost like what you might hear described as that Kundalini experience. So I got this incredible harmony, but something else it allowed me to do was just get rid of a load of trauma. And here's the thing, a lot of us that have led these extreme adventurous lives, we've tried drugs, we've fallen foul of them, this kind of thing, we've maybe been involved in crime. It's because we experienced trauma in our younger years, and we spent a lifetime searching for ways to kind of quell this inner angst, and it comes out in maladaptive behaviors, right? Like breaking the law, like the drugs, like this kind of thing, right? It's okay, it's fine, it's just how life is, but I'm just putting this out there. So here's the thing. You hear about therapy, talking therapy, mindfulness, meditation, all these things that are supposed to get rid of these bad memories for us. But the problem is these memories, they're in there deep. They're very deep. And what fasting does is it allows you to take the layers off the top of these thoughts and get down to them. That's the only way I can kind of describe it. You've got all these layers that you can't get through with traditional therapies, right? Talking therapies and the like. But when you fast, these layers are just moved out the way, and the natural healing process gets in there. And I felt my bad memories, they just lifted up and disappeared. It was like I watched them going, see ya, not gonna miss ya. It really was like that. So yeah, have if you're interested, have a look. The health benefits are amazing. After 3 days, this arthritis that I had in my finger, or rheumatism, I'm not sure which, I hadn't had it diagnosed. It's from typing because I'm a writer. It went. I'd suffered with that for years. It went, and as I speak now, and I did my fast about a year and a half ago, it's still not come back. I'm still fine. I had an issue with a blood vessel that came up on my leg, like a vein, almost like a varicose vein, and it was really to the point where if I'd gone to my doctor, which I, as you can probably guess, I try not to do, they would have suggested having an operation. This cleared up in like 5 days and has never come back. This thing, and I'd suffered with it for about 5 or 6 years. It just went after 5 days. It's never come back. Yeah, I'm not going to go on. Just my point is, health issues that you suffer with for years and years, you get all that acid and rubbish out of your system, they go away, and it's amazing. Really is amazing. So that was that. That's the water fast. That was my experience of it. After 15 days, what happens is your tongue goes white. That happens after 3 days. And that's all the toxins being purged from your system, right? They say you could go back to eating when your tongue goes pink again. Well, here's the thing. Mine never really went pink. I tasted soap in my mouth all of that time, and that was the fat burning off. Fat, when it burns off, it tastes like soap. So I tasted all that soap. So I was still burning fat after 15 days. So I probably hadn't got into that really deep level where it's going to start devouring like growths and tumours and that kind of thing. Hopefully I don't have those in my body because I eat fairly healthily anyway, right? But I think after 15 days, I got really hungry. I found myself researching videos on YouTube about food. I was looking up all these vegan recipes and just going, oh, wow. I got so hungry. And after 18 days, I went back to eating. I didn't do the full 40. It's really careful you go back into eating gently. Otherwise, you can shock your system, and people have died. So a lot of people will eat something like watermelon. I made some asparagus soup, and I just had that. But yeah, that hunger was really powerful. I'd never felt that hungry in my life, and I don't know whether I could have. I mean, obviously I could have fasted more, and nothing was going to happen to me, right? After about 17 days, just to show myself, but also possibly other people, I went for a run. I ran 2 miles. And this was just to kind of show those people, because I do a lot of marathons and stuff. You see so many people getting het up about, what do I eat before a marathon? Do I have to eat this? What do I carry? You know, should I be carrying like energy gels on the marathon? And I just kind of did it to show people that's all a bit, you know, it's all a bit of a myth. You never see a professional marathon runner taking food on a marathon, do you, you know? And you don't need to eat, you know, your body can go without food for 4 hours while you run your marathon, or 5 or 6, whatever your time's going to be. Your body really can. But yeah, I'm digressing. So yeah, that was my experience of fasting. I'll put a link in the comment there's a free book online by Dr. Shelton. This guy was a genius when it came to fasting, and he used it to cure all forms of illness. So I'll put that link in the comments. Goodbye.